Welcome to SVG-TV News for Tuesday, September 10th, 2019. I am Rochelle Baptiste with the details. SVG has a unique tourism product, and the introduction of the Marriott International Hotel will be of mutual benefit to the country and the luxury hotel brand. That's according to Chief Executive Officer of the SVG Tourism Authority, Glenn Beach, as he addressed today's signing ceremony of the agreement for the hotel construction between Marriott International and SVG National Properties Limited. The Marriott Hotel project is one of several hotel developments taking place on mainland St. Vincent, and upon completion, they are expected to significantly increase the hotel room stock. Beach said the Argyle International Airport has opened up a number of opportunities for investment in the country's hotel and tourism sector. He said the Marriott is a recognized international hotel brand, and he is elated that its investors have shown their confidence in SVG to set up business, and in doing so, they have given the commitment to maintain the country's natural environment, including the black sand beach at the resort.
Especially on the leeward coast, most properties want some sort of beachfront property. So whoever gets in here first, they are the ones that will benefit. The Grenadines are small, so whoever gets in there first, they are the ones that will benefit. I could not think of a better international brand to come to St. Vincent, to be the first in St. Vincent than Marriott. They are internationally recognized. And one of the things that was so great about this is that in the discussions with Marriott, and this is something we were all looking at, they made it clear. They said, listen, we have hotels all around the world, and we've managed properties that have black sand beaches, because there was that worry that the black sand beach would be removed and that we'd be placing white sand over it. And they assured us they would keep the black sand beach because they know how to manage it. They have that experience. And that was one of the great things I appreciated about it. And
the Tourism Authority CEO said Destination SVG continues to make strides despite the gloom and doom narrative by some.
It's a unique destination, and a lot of times, unfortunately, I think our own people take it for granted. A lot of times we hear that there's nothing to do in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I want to say here now it's time for us as Vincentians to stop saying that. Something being done or something to do in St. Vincent and the Grenadines does not mean a nightclub. People visit destinations for different reasons. Whether it's the yachting sector, which is our largest niche market, whether it's the diving, which we are the only country within the Caribbean that offers both types of diving. Whether it's romance, which includes weddings and honeymoons, and if you do want to get divorced here, we will provide that for you. Or whether it's adventure tourism, which includes ecotourism. We are a unique destination, as much as we have lovely people, which has become part of our product, which is part of our product. Stop saying there is nothing to do in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Other speakers who addressed today's ceremony were Marriott's Vice President for International Hotel Development for the Caribbean and Latin America, Bujan Kumar, Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Camilo Gonzalez, and Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture, Cecil Sesmaki. We will hear from them and more on the ceremonial signing in tomorrow's newscast. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves met today with India Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. PM Gonzalez, who is on a 5-day visit to India yesterday, participated in a high-level United Nations convention in New Delhi. According to the United News of India, PM Gonzalez expressed appreciation for India's developmental cooperation with the region and for its prompt assistance to countries in the region affected by natural disasters. The Indian news agency said Prime Minister Modi noted the close cooperation between India and SVG and and congratulated SVG for the historical achievement of becoming the smallest country ever to be elected as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. The leaders agreed to enhance cooperation between the two countries, including in the areas of skill development, training, education, finance, culture, and disaster management. The staff of the Labor Department is said to be working hard to collect the necessary information from persons here who are desirous of volunteering their service to assist with the Bahamas reconstruction effort. The registration commenced on Monday, where persons of various skill sets have been going to the Labor Department to have their application processed. The application process is from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. daily, with applicants requiring 2 passport-size photos, an ID card or valid passport, NIS card, and 2 references. In an interview yesterday with SVG-TV News, Minister responsible for Labor, Sobota Caesar, said it is crucial for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to come to the aid of a fellow Caribbean country in need of assistance. Minister Caesar noted that in October 2010, SVG was significantly impacted by Hurricane Thomas, and a number of countries in the region provided necessary assistance, including disaster recovery and reconstruction training. He said this training has come in handy to assist neighboring islands which were recently affected by similar occurrences. He also noted that given the effects of climate change, it is important for CARICOM countries to unite more than ever in tackling such issues.
We obtained as a people a lot of training in disaster recovery and reconstruction. Since then, we worked with Dominica, the people of the British Virgin Islands. I can recall also we went up to Anguilla and we provided significant support. It is really a good feeling to be able to be in a position to work with another sister island. And, you know, in this whole atmosphere of climate change, you don't know when you will have to depend on someone. I also remember vividly I was a student in Trinidad and Tobago in law school when Hurricane Ivan struck Grenada and my classmates were affected. So it's one region, it's one team, and we're going to work together. We don't see individual countries. We're working together with other member states of CARICOM to lend our support. And I really want the people of the Bahamas to know that we love you and we are going to stand with you.
The United States and SVG has a long history of cooperation in a number of areas, including security and climate mitigation. With this in mind, the U.S. Embassy is engaged in a public education exercise to sensitize the Vincentian public on work being done between both countries and to further strengthen the relationship. The effects of climate change continues to be a threat to life and livelihood in the region, and Deputy Chief of Mission of the U.S. Embassy in Barbados, Joaquin Montserrat, said the embassy has been collaborating with local and regional stakeholders on the issue of climate change insurance.
The key areas, for instance, in the follow-up to the launching of the partnership in April, St. Vincent and a number of our other key partners raise the issue of insurance, how to minimize the exposure to insurance risks in the times of disaster. And one of the meetings that we organized for all of the countries was between private sector insurance companies and Eastern Caribbean countries to discuss how to pool the risk and how to minimize the raising of premiums on insurance, something that's key particularly for the tourism industry.
The U.S. Embassy has also partnered with local stakeholders to boost their resilience of the mangroves, particularly in Union Island, as well as activities to encourage green technology use. The U.S. collaboration with SVG also include programs such as the Peace Corps Volunteer Program, which presents U.S. citizens with the opportunity to visit Caribbean countries, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to volunteer their service in a number of areas while learning more about Caribbean culture. Monserrat said there are opportunities available for Vincentians to have similar experiences under the Young Leaders Partnership of the Americas program.
Also known as YLI, and we're still taking applications. Those are people nominate themselves, and we look at the best candidates. If Vincentians have participated in the past in those exchanges, and I would encourage everyone who's interested to go to B as in boy, .usembassy.gov and look under education and culture, and that way through that link under education and culture you can apply to the YLI program. We're taking applications up until the 18th of September. So I would encourage everybody who's interested in having a life-changing experience in living in the U.S. and experiencing what it's like to be in the U.S. and educating the U.S. about what it's like to be a West Indian, what it's like to be a Vincentian, go to that website and send us your application. We'd love to hear from you.
Monserrat said the Young Leaders Partnership of the Americas program targets persons interested in politics and business.
Country, you get to live with Americans, you get to experience what it's like to live with a host family, you get to assign to a city that you probably may have never visited, may have never thought you'd visit, and then you come back and your partner with a mentor from the US, and given the opportunity to bring that mentor, if you want, to St. Vincent to help you with your projects. We're looking for particularly young entrepreneurs, self-starters, civil society leaders, people interested in politics, people interested in business, in different professions. We highly encourage them to participate. We have other exchange programs, the International Visitors Leadership Program. Vincentians have participated in that in the past. We have Fulbright. We have the Youth Ambassadors. In fact, just 2 have returned from the U.S., from St. Vincent. So I would encourage everybody to take advantage of those opportunities. bb.usembassy.gov.
In other news, local and regional trade stakeholders are meeting here to discuss several issues of concern through a series of consultations at the Beachcombers Hotel. According to a release from the Agency for Public Information, the objectives of the consultations are to sensitize public officials and key service providers of the opportunities available under the services and investment provisions of the EU Economic Partnership Agreement, the EPA, while addressing the challenges and the proposed approaches to them. Today, representatives held discussions on the second CARI Forum meeting on trade and services and are expected to address tomorrow issues relating to the second CARI Forum meeting on the development of a mutual recognized agreement for architectural services. The discussions will continue on Friday with a services seminar on converting market access into market presence under the CARI Forum Economic Partnership Agreement. The National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, today launched its 2019 I-Code 784 competition. The competition provides a platform for persons to introduce their dreams and innovations to the world. The focus of the competition will be on the development of mobile apps and ideas that can facilitate the improvement in productivity in the public and private sectors here in SVG, which can lead to direct economic, social and cultural benefits not only to citizens but also visitors. The competition runs from today, September 10th to November 12th. Speaking at today's launching ceremony at the NTRC's conference room, Consumer and Public Relations Manager Eustacia Walter said the competition is open to all secondary and tertiary level students and other persons under the age of 35. She said the competition is made up of 2 categories.
Example of what the project should be in the idea category is as follows. In the 2018 competition, a team from the Petty Bodell Secondary School proposed an idea to create an app that can be used by disabled persons to find out if the places they wish to visit is accessible to them. Such an app also creates awareness to businesses to cater for persons with disabilities. This idea was presented to a panel of judges using a PowerPoint presentation. So in essence, persons who do not know how to develop or code their own mobile app can enter this category and present their unique ideas. In short, teams wishing to enter the idea category of the competition need no knowledge or experience in coding. Pertaining to the mobile application category, participants can use the information in relation to the disability idea example, which I just referenced, and have an app developed. A working prototype of the mobile application will be needed for the finals once selected. One of the main aims of the iCode 784 competition is to develop the entrepreneurial skills of the younger generation by looking at the needs in our society and finding the ICT solutions for them via mobile apps. Participants can use this competition as a stepping stone for the development of the next big mobile app or idea.
Walter said that the competition requires creating an idea or mobile app in which every category participant selected. She also noted that the competition will be done in 3 phases, with the launch and opening of registration as phase 1.
Registration forms are available at the NTRC's office and on our website www.ntrc.vc. Additionally, persons can register on our mobile app called NTRC's iCode 784 app, which is available in the Google Play Store for Android devices. The deadline submission for the registration forms will be Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. Phase 2 is the preliminary round. This stage of the competition will begin on October 15, 2019 and will come to an end on October 18, 2019. During this stage, preliminary judging will take place for both secondary category and the open category, where all entries for both categories will be judged. The top teams from each category will then progress to the finals. Phase 3. At this stage, the iCode 784 competition concludes. The final judging will take place for all finalists in each category of the competition. The grand finale will take place on November 12, 2019.
The NTRC Consumer and Public Relations Manager further states that participants must be part of a team and the team should include no more than 4 persons. She explains that the team, which showcases a project in the mobile category and advance to the finals, must showcase working prototype or model of their application.
In the judging phases of the competition, presenters have a maximum of 7 minutes to present and a 5-minute period of questioning from the panel of judges. For all your hard work and breaks during your busy schedule, not forgetting the sleepless nights, you will be rewarded as follows. For the secondary idea category, the winning team will receive a cash prize of $2,000. The second place team will receive a cash prize of $1,000. And the third place team will receive a cash prize of $800. For the secondary mobile app category, the winning team will receive a cash prize of $3,000. The second place team will receive a cash prize of $1,500, and the third place team will receive a cash prize of $1,000. For the open category, the winning team will receive a cash prize of $5,000. The second place team will receive a cash prize of $2,500, and the third place team will receive a cash prize of $1,500. Other cash prizes include the school with the most number of entries will receive a cash prize of $1,000. Mentors will receive prices ranging from $750 to $1,000. Please note that mentors are only required for the secondary category of the competition.
Director of the NTRC, Apollo Knight, said that a change in the name and logo of the competition is to achieve the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals. He said while the former competition was achieving small parts of the SDGs, the competition had to be more focused to achieve the targeted 17 SDGs.
So the first goal we targeted is no poverty, which is number 1 on the UN list, and it's looking at ending poverty in all its forms everywhere. The second one is zero hunger, which is number 2 on the UN list, and they're looking at ending hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. The third one is quality education, which is number 4 on the UN list, and it's looking at ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The fourth one is decent work and economic growth, which is number 8 on the UN SDGs, and it's to promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work for all. Fifth one is industry, innovation and infrastructure, which people will say that mostly aligned with what we're doing, which I agree. And that's number 9 on the UN list, and it's looking at building resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. And the last one is sustainable cities and communities, which is number 11 on the SDGs, and it's looking at making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
In some police news now, 22-year-old Tevin Williams of Rockies was gunned down last evening in the vicinity of Ace Hardware store in Kingstown. Williams was reportedly shot in the neck by a hooded masked gunman and died on the spot. Williams is well known to the police and the court system, having a long rap sheet. He was sentenced to 3 years behind bars in August 2015 for gun and ammunition possession, and before that he was facing 2 separate charges of theft. Williams survived a gunshot wound to the chest in November last year. His death brings the nation's murder count for the year thus far to 12. And the man who the RSVG police force issued a wanted bulletin for yesterday in connection with a series of sexual offences in the Rillan Hill area between 2018 and 2019 is now in custody. In a follow-up news release today, the RSVG police force say Bentley Francis or Bentley Phillips was detained in Grenada and is presently awaiting deportation to SVG.